I got this toilet from Toilet Productions. The flush is awesome. I honestly don't know which one I like better, my Athwol or my Glenco. I really don't. They're both awesome. Also, I put this galvanized coupling and this threaded plastic pipe on my flushometer setup because the flushometer attaches to that easier, because the PVC fitting I had on there before kept getting cross-threaded and I was tired of it, so I cut it off and put a new one on there with an adapter like that, and now it doesn't get cross-threaded. I really like the look of Glencos from this time, and Athwols, but I really like the look of Glencos. Also, I don't know if I said this in the last video, but I feel like the Glenco trapway is a little bit less round than the Athwol trapway. Also, another thing I noticed about the Glenco is you can't really see it, but the bolt hole right there is a little bit different than the Athwol. I will probably make a comparison between the Glenco and Athwol and show you that. Also, this Glenco seat has the old Vemiz logo. This pipe actually came off my old setup. I just took it off before I took my old setup to the scrap yard because of the fact that I wanted to save this pipe. And they like to have as little plastic and stuff in the pipe as possible, or in the metal as possible. And all the rest of the pipes on it were galvanized, and the tank was steel, so I took the tank to the scrap yard. Oh, well, the tank ran out of water. Oh, and that's annoying. I hate it when it does that. When you run the tank out of water, sometimes the flushometer gets stuck open. I might do some weaker flushes too. I forgot to do that on the Athwol, but I probably will do it on the Glenco, and I need to start doing that more. Yeah. I basically used wet or dry PVC glue to attach this, and I had this brass fitting that, this is not from my old setup, this is one I've had for a while, that I intended to use on my old setup but never did because I was able to use the one I had before in my original setup. So I've had this brass fitting for a long time, just laying around, and I used it. This is pretty much brand new. I took a threaded PVC adapter, and I glued PVC pipe like this. I actually accidentally purchased more pipe than I needed, so I was able to use the pipe for this setup is a little bit less compact than my other one, so that's a bit annoying, but it's perfectly fine with me. So, and I like this plastic pipe better because it's going to be easier to I'm not going to have to worry about stuff being rusted in place ever. I mean, if this plastic pipe has any trouble, I'll just replace it with galvanized or copper, but I don't think it will, or threaded plastic. The only thing I'm worried about is this threaded adapter breaking from being plastic on metal, or that one, because I have seen that happen before, but I don't think it will since I didn't tighten it super tight. Let me turn the pressure back on. It's a weak flush. Let me turn the pressure up a bit just to give it more power. But yeah, this is 1-inch PVC that I used. The PVC glue takes about an hour or two to dry. 20 minutes to dry, but about an hour or two to set. I mean, it says give it 24 hours, but I usually give it an hour and it's fine. And this is wet dry PVC cement, so you can get the pipe wet too, which is nice. And no leaks or anything, and no problems with it. So yeah. I turned the pressure up a tiny bit. I used a grocery bag as pipe threading tape because I didn't have any, and it seems to actually have worked nicely. It's not leaking or anything. I mean, that's about the same strength. Let me turn the pressure down just a tiny bit. So the pressure is down a tiny bit. This spud is old. I'm not sure if it's leaking, but if it is leaking, I'll probably get a new spud. Hopefully it's not a pain to get this one off because I've had trouble getting these off before. This thing has a faster flush than a lot of Glencos I've seen, and a more blowout flush, but it's still extremely cool. I'm very happy to have this. Let me give it one more flush. The tank ran out of water. That is it. Thank you for watching.